I wish everyone efficient work and encourage to take part in discussions. As you can see, today we have a wide range of topics covering different areas and issues, but one of the main unifying ideas is sustainable development. Sustainable development is the pathway of the future we want for all. So let's start. And I want to invite Asta DAUNORIENė, Eglė STANIŠKIENė, Živilė STANKEVIČIÚTė, and Brigita STANIKÚNIENė to read the first paper and to share their ideas and results. I will ask the speakers to introduce themselves and present the topic on the paper. So please, floor is yours, or I can say the Zoom is yours.
Thank you very much, dear conference organizers and participants. It's a really huge pleasure to be a part of this forum. Of course, unfortunately, we cannot meet each other face to face and to discuss various issues, but still we have the possibility to meet online and just to share our scientific ideas. So as we have been asked to present ourselves, so I'm really happy to say that the article and the presentation has been developed by the 4 scientists. So myself, Asta, Eglė, Živilė, and Brigita, we are all together from Kaunas University of Technology, but we are representing different faculties. But our research areas are the same. So let me start to present the main ideas of our research and the main ideas of upcoming article. So all of us together and the business society and all the surrounding agrees that the corporate social responsibility has been recognized at the recent years. So trying to identify the best practices organizations use to promote corporate social responsibility. So different scientists state that there is no one practice to do it in a correct way. But we can see from the different experiences that the corporate social responsibility contributes to the organization reputation, to the different organization values, economy, environment, and society at large. So scientific evidences supports that organizations are incorporating social responsibilities in their activities in order to stay on the market and to meet public expectations. So moreover, not only the external environment acknowledge organization efforts to become more social conscious. Employees place a premium for the organizations that prioritize corporate social responsibility. So trying to understand employees' attitudes toward corporate social responsibility, we decided to analyze employees' personal characteristics on the perception of the corporate social responsibilities. So let me outline briefly the presentation. I will start with a short presentation of the research problem, then I will move to the theoretical insights. After all, I will present shortly research methods, empirical results, and some of the conclusions will be taken into account. So corporate social responsibility, as we have mentioned and we have heard from the presentations of the rector and of the dean, so it is really a field of interest that are facing organizations, that are meeting organizations. The challenges encountered in the form of the aging society, pandemic, and our different issues, other different issues, affect not only organization itself. So the same conditions are encountered difficulties for the employees as well. Trying to find an answer how to motivate employees towards sustainability or vice versa, how to make the right decisions to promote corporate social responsibility. So we taking into account the employees' personal factors. So the aim of the study to explore whatever employees belonging to the different generations, gender, marital status, and educational level perceives differently corporate social responsibility. So corporate social responsibility can be defined in a different and several ways. So it refers to the assessment and actions taken by an organization to address the challenges outside technical, economic, and legal boundaries in order to help society and environment in which it operates. Also, as well as to achieve its financial gains. So the European Commission on Communities defines corporate social responsibility as a thought process where organizations voluntarily integrate social and environmental issues into their business actions and relationship with stakeholders. So corporate social responsibility is also defined with willingness and desire to enhance well-being of a community through the provision of corporate resources and through the voluntarily different practices. Speaking about corporate social responsibilities or vice versa, employees' attitude towards corporate social responsibility. So the morale and dedication, motivation, training and loyalty of employees can be hugely affected by the corporate social responsibility. Some of the authors states that perceived corporate social responsibility might enhance employee positive work attitudes, such as job satisfaction. So moreover, scientist evidence shows that organizations that spend resources to culminate new working relationship with the stakeholders, they more or less tend to be successful because employees being a stakeholder analyze, perceive, evaluate, and react to the corporate social responsibility programs. So as a result, we would like to state that it is really essential to consider the effect of gender differences and the different aspects, personal aspects of the stakeholders to this corporate social responsibility. So as the background for this research, we have taken into account the theory of the planned behavior. So this theory is successful in predicting different behaviors and reflects on the cognitive psychology intentions such as subjective norms, attitudes towards behavior, and so on. So we hope and we saw that this theory is really is promising, and in a such way employees' perception and intention to behave according to the levels of the corporate assessed. So trying to analyze the corporate social responsibility aspects, we have decided to take into account Carroll's model, which present different levels of the corporate social responsibility. So as you see, there are 4 different levels, 4 pillars. So the lowest level is of a pyramid represents organization financial responsibility, economic responsibility, which is to be profitable. So without profit, any organization, any company would not be able to, first of all, to pay the workers and more or less just to start or initiate different corporate social responsibility activities. So the second level is the legal responsibility, and this level is representing the legal or legal obligation to obey the law of organization. This is the most important responsibility out of the 4 levels. The ethical layer of a pyramid is described as the doing the right thing, being fair in situations, and also avoiding harm. And the last level is philanthropic responsibility, which is correlated or connected to present organization and to be a good corporate citizen. So the possibility to analyze employee personal factors on the perception of the corporate social responsibility levels can allow organizations not only to make decisions toward corporate social responsibility based on their values, but also we consider that employee individual characteristics by the analysis of individual characteristics of employee can help organizations to achieve greater results. So the research model was constructed by connecting different levels of the corporate social responsibility and employees' individual characteristics. For example, trying to analyze the economic responsibility, they were chosen the set of a statement. So, for example, the company has an action plan to follow in responding to customer complaints. The company is constantly improving the quality of services, of products. The company had to operate so it is profitable, and so on. So for each construct, there was chosen a set of questions. And also speaking about the different individual characteristics, also all the characteristics were described. So we have tried to combine, and we have raised 16 different hypotheses. Later, I will explain a little bit about the results. But as you see, so for example, we state that within our hypothesis that woman employee has a positive perception of economic responsibilities than men. Or for example, baby boomers has a positive perception of economic responsibility than Generation X. So it was the target, and it was the main ideas for our research. So research was constructed by using different validated questionnaires, and we have used the 5-time Likert scale in order to get the answers for the respondents. So we have collected the survey randomly from different organizations. We have reached the 5% of the reliability, and we have got at the end of the research 423 surveys. So in order to test our hypothesis, we have calculated student test and Cohen's D test. So thinking about and looking at the time, I will show you just shortly a few examples of our results. As you see, we have tried to combine the gender and the level of the corporate social responsibilities. So the analysis showed us that employees' gender is not perceived on the corporate social responsibilities, especially economic responsibilities, for example. But looking at the statistical data, we found that females are slightly more demanding for the philanthropic responsibilities of the company than males. So this is a really nice examples, and we have more of them, but I would like just shortly to summarize what we have noticed. So regarding the generation differences, baby boomers generation has more negative attitude on the economic responsibility than generation Y. Regarding marital status, family with kids has more positive attitude to the ethical responsibility than lonely parents. And for example, regarding educational level graduates, are more demanding on the economic level of a responsibility than non-graduates. So this is just a few examples of the results. And speaking about the conclusion, I would like to make 2 points from the theoretical and from the practical side. So the theoretical side, and this research definitely contributes to the literature on employee personal factors on the corporate social responsibility perception. So as we have tried to analyze employee gender, generation, marital status, and educational levels on the corporate social responsibility perceptions. So taking into account the practical aspect, definitely if the companies can have a possibility to do such kind of a research and analyze, they can have better and more not, I wouldn't say interesting, but more tailored solutions for the employees trying to foster corporate social responsibility. So thank you very much for your attention. So I hope I have managed the time. If you have any questions, I am really glad. I would be really happy to answer.
Thank you very much for the presenter. It's very interesting, your presentations and the results. So now it's time for your questions. Who want to ask our presenter? Oh, okay, now questions. I have one question. How connected these levels with the marital status? Are there the connection with the marital status? Very interesting how they connected in this different levels of employee perception.
Yes, thank you for the question. So as we have analyzed the marital status, definitely. So if you are in the safe environment, you have been married. So it means that you are not taking into account more or less on the economic things, but you are trying to analyze a little bit, much more. I would say much more. Yes, I'm looking to find the right word, okay. But maybe on the soft things like this, like this status, like the what are the law and so on. So to secure. So the marital status makes an impact on definitely on the legal obligations of the organization. So it means that it is really important for the families to know that the companies, they are obey the law. And also a little bit speaking about the philanthropy. So I would like to mention that singles are paying attention to philanthropy more than the married employees, so who has a families. So the results are really interesting, yeah. and it's okay. so nice. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Asta. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Marina, please.
Yes, thank you very much for the interesting presentation. I have one question which is connected with the previous one. Why did you choose these 4 specific characteristics as gender, marital status, education, and generation? I think also some psychological factors might affect on CSR?
Definitely, definitely. So we cannot disconnect psychology from the personal aspects. So we have chosen both 4 categories because of the scientific research. So we have tried to analyze, is there any connections between those characteristics? And we found out that yes, in some of the cases there is, but it wasn't so deeply analyzed. So it was stated that corporate social responsibilities makes an impact for their personal characteristics. And we have tried to analyze vice versa, how personal characteristics makes an impact on the corporate social responsibilities. So yes, we have put it aside the psychological ones, but we feel that speaking, for example, about the marital status, about I wouldn't connect with an education. So we have felt that there are some relationship, but we didn't analyze at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your questions. I think this area, psychological factors for the future research. It's this is a very good and nice idea. Okay, thank you very much for your interesting presentations.